Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is expected in court today for failing to produce records in a lawsuit against her in the village. It is over documents she has not handed over as part of a Freedom of Information Act request. A judge previously said Henyard could be fined $1,000 a day if she doesn't give the documents to the plaintiff's lawyer. If Henyard doesn't show up to court today, she could be thrown in jail.
Yes, you heard that right. Tiffany A. Henyard has officially been stripped of her super mayor title. She's no longer running Dalton, no longer in charge of Thornton Township, and no longer hiding behind fancy titles and flashing cameras. But don't get it twisted, her saga is far from over. Instead of applause, she's now facing a $1,000 a day fine for refusing to hand over public records, violating Illinois transparency laws like they're optional. And to top it off, she's been ordered to show up in court on the first Friday of June. If she keeps ducking, she won't just be in contempt, she'll be in a cell. That's right, jail is now on the table for the woman who once called herself a trailblazer but left behind a trail of chaos. Even without the crown, the court isn't letting her walk away clean. A judge already ruled that she's in contempt for stonewalling requests tied to her term in office. The heat's coming from a watchdog group that had to drag her into court just to get basic documents. And how did she respond? She showed up to court via Zoom and tried to play dumb, saying she was just the face of the village, not the person actually responsible. Girl, please. At this point, we all know the playbook. When the questions come, Tiffany disappears into her favorite script. I don't manage that. I didn't handle the credit cards. That wasn't my job. But every time the receipts drop, literally, we see her name all over luxury spending, first-class flights, fancy dinners in Vegas, taxpayer-funded meals at Hot and Juicy Crawfish. And when the press catches up with her, she dodges like a pro. No comment. Next question. Or that smug, I've already answered that routine. Spoiler, she hasn't. She looked the media dead in the face, smirking like everything was fine, while the only people joining her on those taxpayer-funded trips were her close political buddies and township friends. Some even brought their wives along. It was a vacation parade on the public's dime, disguised as government work, and it gets worse because she wasn't just enjoying the ride. She was cashing in on it, too. Turns out, she padded her salary to rack up over $300,000 by paying herself to travel out of state. Problem is, Dalton doesn't even do business outside Illinois. And even now, with no official title and the mayor's seat long gone cold, she's still playing gatekeeper with public records. The same watchdog group had to drag her back into court just to get a peek at what was really going on. It's the same pattern, the same denial, the same super mayor mess, only now, she's running out of excuses, and the walls are finally closing in. And while Dalton technically has a new mayor now, let's not pretend the doors have been thrown open. Tiffany Henyard may be gone, but the lock she placed on the village's records is still tight. According to the Lightfoot report and the relentless push by Dalton trustees, the truth is way darker than anyone expected. One of the first bombshells, that insane Chevy Tahoe lease. She inked a deal on a $93,000 SUV, but by the time her reckless contract piled on interest and junk fees, taxpayers were stuck with a $149,000 bill. A trustee broke it down perfectly. It's like a teenager getting scammed with a 27% APR. And when the trustees put the numbers in front of her, cash price, interest rate, her own signature, she still denied it like it was Photoshop. But it was real. Just like the private police detail she created for herself. We're talking hundreds of taxpayer-funded overtime hours. One officer, Terry Young, submitted a timesheet claiming 303 hours. In a single 2-week period, that's 21.6 hours a day. Either he's mastered time travel, or Tiffany had them working straight out of a Marvel movie. Her response, same tired routine. I didn't approve it. They're lying. They do no work. But the house of cards is collapsing. Fast watchdog groups like Edgar County Watchdogs have been tracking her every excuse since they filed a FOIA request back in January 2024. And now, with all the heat, the Cook County judge has had enough of her dodging. No more Zoom appearances. He wants her in court, in person. This Friday might be the last time Tiffany A. Henyard walks in and out of a courtroom without handcuffs. Her political career may be done, but the legal firestorm is just heating up, and the "I didn't touch the credit cards" excuse, that won't fly anymore. Not with this judge. And yet, here she is still spinning the same fairy tale. Even when caught red-handed, she clings to the image of a misunderstood leader. But now, the show's almost over. We're looking at possible jail time for contempt of court, and that's just the warm-up. There's still a federal probe, criminal investigations, and an Illinois attorney general breathing down her neck. Meanwhile, back in Dalton, the new Mayor Jason House is already stepping in controversy. Imagine they're trying to take Pope Leo's childhood home through eminent domain. The man is literally the first American pope, and they want to seize his house. Still, even as new drama unfolds, Tiffany's shadow covers it all. Her whole defense that she was just a figurehead is unraveling. And if you think the super mayor saga is over, Think again. She's already gearing up her final act, playing the victim. Every time the walls close in, she hits back with the same speech. Y'all sitting up here, beating and attacking on a black woman that's empowered. It's the script she clings to when there's nowhere left to run. But this time, the courtroom won't be moved by theatrics. Cook County is ready, and this time, the reckoning is real. Y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's empowered. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all selves. That's the final shield Tiffany Henyard throws up every single time she's cornered the righteous, persecuted savior of the people. But let's be real. At this point, we need a constitutional amendment just to get this woman's legal proceedings broadcast on every screen in America, minus 24/7's live feed, court cam, commentary, and all. Because the public deserves to see it unfold, raw and unedited. If and when she gets held in contempt, live on camera, you better believe I'll be covering it. Here's where we stand now. She's still refusing to hand over public records. The judge has lost patience. No more Zoom dodging. She's been ordered to show up in court in person. If she skips again, jail, no question. The $1,000 daily fine is about to start stacking like bricks. And without her $300,000 plus salary package, that's going to sting. And as if that wasn't enough, reports say she's getting evicted from her rental for not paying rent. That's right, the same woman who flew first class and charged crawfish to the village can't even keep a roof over her head now. So now the question is yours. Is this it? Is this finally the accountability moment Dalton has been waiting for? The day the supermayor finally gets booked, fingerprinted, and brought down to earth? Or is this just another episode in her never-ending drama, where she somehow slips through the cracks again? Maybe you think it's all just noise. Maybe you think these are just, as she'd say, allegations, not real allegations, just political attacks and nothing more. Either way, the circus keeps spinning, and she's still the main act. Let me know what you think. Is Tiffany about to get locked up, or will she escape justice once again, like Houdini in heels? Drop your thoughts in the comments. You know I'm always reading them. If you found this video as wild as I did, hit that like button, smash subscribe for more fire content like this, and follow me across all socials to stay tapped in. And if you want to support the channel directly, the links are below. This has been your latest update in the twisted saga of Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor who might finally be getting super arrested. Stay tuned, because the downfall is just getting started.